How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Good to see you.
Always.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Your abs have abs.
So we all on the same one?
Yeah. The fight will be in the pound. Huh?
Heated. That's the only way to describe what just went down between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. What was supposed to be a routine stare-down turned into a fiery moment that merely erupted into an all-out brawl. The crowd was stunned, security looked on edge, and fans around the world are still buzzing about it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because this is going to be a good one. And I, once again, have to ask seriously, are we about to witness one of the most explosive fight weeks in boxing history? This wasn't just any press event. This was the first official face-off of Fight Week, taking place right in the heart of Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, where the mega fight between these two pound-for-pound stars is set for Saturday, September 13th. And with more than 70,000 fans expected, the energy is already boiling over. But here's the twist that has fans arguing nonstop: the supposed huge size difference. Everyone's been saying that Canelo is too big, too strong, that Crawford is moving up from welterweight into dangerous territory.
Well, he seems to be prepared and ready for it, and yes, there is that danger. Look at what happened when Canelo moved up in weight against Beeble. So, there's a lot of examples, and there's examples the other way as well. So, it's hard to predict what is going to happen in a fight. That is why they fight. So for anybody to say they have a crystal ball and they know, I suggest they go down the hall here, because if they know it now, they'll end up leaving a heck of a lot more money in their pocket, and they'll be able to have that reading from that crystal ball. So nobody knows until they fight. Everybody has a plan, like Mike Tyson said, until they get punched in the mouth. So we'll see what happens.
Yet when the photos from that heated face-off dropped, the story wasn't so simple. From the start, the media hype has been all about size. The narrative? That Canelo Alvarez, the reigning super middleweight champion, would tower over Crawford and bully him with raw power. On paper, it seemed logical. Canelo has been camped out at 168 pounds for 5 years, while Crawford has spent nearly his entire career at 147. But when they stood nose to nose in Vegas, the reality shocked a lot of people. Crawford stands at 5'8" with a 74-inch reach, compared to Canelo's 5'7" and a 70-inch reach. Not exactly the mountain of a man people were expecting. In fact, if you look closely at the photos, Crawford actually looks a little taller. Now here's where it gets messy. Fans noticed Crawford rocking Balenciaga platform sneakers, shoes notorious for adding a couple of inches. Meanwhile, Canelo? Flats. That tiny footwear detail set social media on fire. People immediately started debating, was Crawford trying to send a message, or was it just fashion? Either way, the supposed massive size difference vanished in an instant. And let's not forget, Canelo himself started his career at 147 pounds, the exact division Crawford dominated. He's a stocky fighter with broad shoulders, yes, but he's no giant. Which raises the real question, is size even going to matter here? But size isn't the only thing fans are arguing about. As the cameras flashed and the chants of fans echoed through Allegiant Stadium, the tension between the two fighters was undeniable. Crawford locked eyes with Canelo, a sly smirk breaking across his face, as if to say, "I'm not intimidated." Canelo, stone-faced and unflinching, stared right back. Whispers turned into heated words. Members of both teams started shifting closer, and for a few seconds, it looked like the press conference would explode into chaos. Security edged forward, ready to intervene if a single hand was raised. The crowd went wild, sensing just how real the animosity between these two had become. And that's when the narrative started flying everywhere. Within hours, boxing Twitter was in a frenzy. Rumors spread like wildfire. Crawford is injured. Crawford's out of shape. He looked slower than usual. Fans and critics piled on, trying to dissect every movement of the stare-down. Crawford wasn't having it.
Where I got a shoulder, I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury, Terence Crawford out of shape, Terence Crawford slow, Terence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all kinds of stuff.
In an interview, he laughed off the speculation. Where I got a shoulder injury? I don't know. People just making stuff up. Calm, confident, and unbothered, he dismissed the talk as nothing more than noise from people desperate to shake his focus. Clips of Crawford chuckling at the rumors quickly went viral, adding fuel to the conversation. Some fans called it proof of his mental toughness, while others wondered if maybe, just maybe, the speculation had touched a nerve. Meanwhile, Canelo had his own thoughts to share. Speaking to Fight Hype, Canelo addressed the chatter about Crawford's new bulked-up physique.
I think it's good because we see he prepared himself really well, and you expect a really good fight. So,
photos had already gone viral, showing Crawford looking more muscular than ever before, with fans calling it the best shape of his career. But Canelo wasn't impressed. Muscles mean nothing. I fought bigger guys before, and it means nothing. But when I saw him, I realized he had a good training camp, and that made me happy, because it's going to be a good fight. On the surface, it sounded respectful. But make no mistake, there was a subtle jab buried in there. Canelo was reminding everyone that he's faced giants before, and no amount of muscle will save Crawford once they step into the ring.
Robert Diaz said that he thinks Bomac might throw the towel in to stop the fight.
oh, could be. In boxing, everything can happen, right?
Do you believe you knock him out?
Yeah, why not?
It was vintage Canelo, calm, cool, and quietly confident that his skills and experience will overpower whatever new tricks Crawford brings for the table. And if that wasn't enough, boxing legends soon started weighing in. When boxing royalty starts chiming in, you know the fight is bigger than just two men. And in this case, the legends aren't holding back. First up,
honestly, I feel like Canelo has he shows up when he wants to show up, but I think that Terence Crawford is a dog. I think that he's a great fighter. He has good defense, good offense. The weight class may be a little challenging, but I don't think it'll be the decision maker of the fight. I think that Terence Crawford is the better fighter.
Claressa Shields, the two-time Olympic gold medalist and undisputed champion herself. She's never been shy about speaking her mind, and when asked about Crawford's chances, she didn't hesitate. Shields called Crawford a dog, praising his ability to break opponents down with both elite defense and explosive offense. Coming from someone who knows what it takes to dominate across divisions, that kind of endorsement carries serious weight. But it didn't stop there.
I'm going with Terence Crawford, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him,
Andre Ward, one of the most respected analysts and undefeated former champion, gave perhaps the most fascinating breakdown yet. Ward pointed out something casual fans often overlook. Crawford is a switch hitter. That means Canelo isn't preparing for just one fighter. He's essentially preparing for two. Crawford can fight orthodox or southpaw, adjusting his angles and rhythm mid-fight to keep opponents guessing. Ward explained it simply. Canelo has to prepare for 2 fighters. Crawford only has to prepare for 1. That kind of tactical edge can be the difference at the elite level. But Ward didn't sugarcoat things either. He reminded fans that Canelo is not just another opponent. He's a seasoned veteran who brings his absolute best when the stakes are highest. Ward warned that Crawford shouldn't expect anything less than Canelo's A performance in Vegas. But even with legends siding with Crawford, not everyone agrees. For every voice backing Crawford, there are just as many warning fans not to underestimate Canelo Alvarez.
And you know what? He's strong. I've actually sparred Crawford. I sparred Crawford, and I was walking around like 180. I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be able to move him around, and nah, bro. Crawford, I think he has like wrestling in his background or whatever.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And he's strong, bro, and he's just a real strong guy. So, it's gonna be a great fight. I feel Crawford has the skills, right? But Canelo has the weight, and he also has the experience.
Take Fernando Vargas, for example. The former champion respects Crawford's craftiness, his ring IQ, and his slick counterpunching. But Vargas doesn't believe that will be enough when Canelo's power starts to break through. His take? Sooner or later, Canelo's body shots and heavy combinations will begin to wear Crawford down, and no amount of skill will stop the inevitable.
We got a couple more days and y'all gonna see Canelo fight Crawford, so I ain't got no comment on who gonna win the fight, you dig? If Crawford do what he's supposed to do, he got an option. If he don't beat Canelo.
Then there's Charlo, a fighter who knows firsthand what it's like to share the ring with Canelo. Charlo admitted Crawford has a chance, but only if everything goes perfectly. His words were blunt. If Crawford does what he's supposed to, he's got a chance. If not, he doesn't beat Canelo. Coming from someone who's already faced Alvarez and fallen short, that's not exactly a glowing review. This split has fueled endless fan debates. Social media is a battleground. Crawford supporters call him the smarter, sharper fighter who will outthink Canelo. Meanwhile, Alvarez loyalists insist that no one at 168 pounds can handle his strength and championship pedigree.
It's been good. It's been good. And this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years. This is the biggest fight for them. And they will be ready 100%, both of them.
And while opinions are divided, one fact is undeniable. Beyond the punches, the insults, and the stare-downs, this fight is also a massive business machine. And the numbers are jaw-dropping. Organizers have already confirmed that the gate will surpass $50 million, making it the 3rd largest in Las Vegas boxing history.
It's rare in boxing we get that anymore, so I think it's great for the institution to have this at Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play with 55, 65, 70,000 people, however many show up. This is just a huge, huge event for boxing, so it's great to happen, and it's great that it's happening in Las Vegas where so many other big fights have taken place.
Only Mayweather versus Pacquiao and Mayweather versus McGregor have pulled in more. To put that in perspective, this isn't just another title fight. It's a global event. An estimated 67,000 to 72,000 fans are expected to pack Allegiant Stadium on fight night, creating one of the biggest boxing crowds ever seen in the United States. That's not just hype. That's history in the making. And the buildup is everywhere in Vegas. From billboards lighting up the Strip to the launch of a brand new merchandise store at the Fontainebleau, the city is buzzing with fight fever. It feels less like a sporting event and more like a cultural phenomenon, drawing casual fans, celebrities, and high rollers from around the world. The hype has reached levels not seen since the golden days of Mayweather's blockbuster fights. And like those spectacles, this showdown isn't just about belts. It's about bragging rights, legacy, and a payday that cements both men as icons of the sport. But in the end, it all comes down to September 13th, Two fighters, two legacies, one night in Las Vegas that could redefine boxing history. On one side, Terence "Bud" Crawford, a man chasing immortality with the chance to become a 5-division world champion and a 3-time undisputed king. A fighter who's already conquered everything at 140 and 147. Now daring to test himself against the biggest challenge of his career.
You must return. Yeah.
Job ain't done yet.
Yeah. It's Saturday. Deliver the job.
But listen, I appreciate the opportunity.
No retirement.
Let's get it. Yeah.
On the other side, Canelo Alvarez, a global superstar with a resume stacked with champions. A fighter who's already unified the super middleweight division and proven himself against bigger men time and again. For Canelo, this isn't just another fight. It's his chance to silence doubters and cement himself as the undisputed pound-for-pound king. After that heated face-off, one thing is crystal clear. This isn't just a fight, it's a war. A war for respect, for legacy, and for the right to stand alone at the very top of boxing. And when that bell finally rings at Allegiant Stadium on September 13th, the world will be watching. Let us know your thoughts in comments below.
Canelo versus Crawford, a true super fight that only comes along once in a lifetime.
Alright guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content, and check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.